Warning, the following build video was created at NBA 2K Community Day in an unfinished builder system, meaning since then, badge requirements have changed, animation requirements have changed. Use this build video as an informational video about the type of build you might want to create. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron build, right? Big ISO builds. That's what we're breaking down here. In all these videos, I got a Steph video, a Giannis video, a KD video. We're breaking down that type of build, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly how the attributes are working this year and what builds are looking like, all right? Now, in terms of these tall ISO builds, the tallest ISO build at Community Day that could get gold speed booster, right? You guys know that's basically quick first step this year was 6'6", but I'm not making a 6'6" LeBron build. And I compared the attributes of 6'8" builds to 6'7" builds in terms of these big ISO builds. And it just felt like 6'7" was basically the same thing, just an inch smaller. So we're going to go 6'8". We're 224 on the weight. And this is a max wingspan version of the build. All right. Now this first build right here, I'm going to put strength. Now, I told y'all in my videos, I'm not sure if I want to go strength on my build. So I have another version without strength after this. So make sure y'all stick around. And I'm going to show y'all, I'm not going to lie, the non-strength version, the defense is insane on that build. So I might go with that one. I don't know. But it's LeBron. So we're going to start off. They got new power badges. We're going to talk about it. Strength versus speed debate. I'm going to give my whole thoughts on it. All right. So first things first, again, some of these badge requirements have changed. But while we were at Community Day, in order to get Silver Bulldozer, you needed 86 strength. All right, so now I believe it's 83 strength. So that has changed, but I went 86 to get Silver Bulldozer. Now, again, I don't know how these power badges are going to be, but I feel like if I can only get Silver Speed Booster, maybe we need those extra power blow-by badges, right? Bulldozer activates now just by dribbling the ball, so maybe it's going to be actually good. We'll have to wait and see. I see some crazy animations, so we'll have to see. All right, now, in terms of your vertical, in terms of getting contact dunks, and I believe the posterizer badge this year, you need vertical. We're going max acceleration and max speed. Now, one thing I'll note is that 6'8", even if I went minimum weight, which I do on the next version of this build, I only get silver speed booster, right? So it doesn't change. So it's like, I might as, I'm thinking I might as well put some weight. Yeah, I lose a little bit of acceleration, but I still get silver speed booster either way, all right? So again, a lot of this stuff we're going to have to wait and see until we actually play Park, which I've said a million times, so take everything with a grain of salt. For all we know, Silver Speed Booster is absolutely insane, and even 6'1" guards are going to have Silver Speed Booster because they don't want to waste the attributes. Who knows how it's going to play out? We have to actually see what attribute caps work in online gameplay before we can really nail down a build, but I just want to show y'all that stuff is expensive. And on these big ISO builds, like, obviously we could find some signature styles to unlock, good stuff. And I'm not even going to show y'all the animation caps that they gave us, like the animation requirements, because they already confirmed. I DM'd one of the devs, I DM'd Zach, and I asked, did the animation requirements change from Community Day? And he said yes. And I DM'd Wolf, who also is a dev, and he said yes as well. So that's double confirmation that animation caps have changed. So I'm not even going to show y'all the animation requirements they gave us, but some of the attributes you're going to see in these videos I put up due to the animation requirements they gave us at the time, but those have changed just like the badge requirements. All right, but check it out. So I have my physicals up. I went strength on this version of the build. Again, I have another build coming without strength. I have a 93 dunk and I have max playmaking. I'm already 78 overall. All right. I haven't touched my shooting and I haven't touched my defense yet. So watch how this plays out. It's not it's not how it was last year. That's for damn sure. Especially because last year, if I had 75 speed with ball, I would have Michael Jordan dribble style. But I'm here to tell you right now, you ain't getting Michael Jordan dribble style on a 6'8", unless they really change the animation requirements, all right? But I got souped finishing badges. I mean, gold poster, gold slithery, gold precision, gold aerial, Hall of Fame bunny, spin cycle, and two-step, right? And we already saw the playmaking badges. It's solid. They're in like the silver range. So who knows? That might be good enough to ISO on this game. We really got to wait and see for the online gameplay. But being that it's LeBron, I want to have a decent enough layup to get finishing badges, but also animations, right? I mean, they told us animations. It's going to be different now. And then I went 71 close shot to get the, get fast twitch. I also put my standing dunk up to 45 because that, at the time, unlocked the standing dunk pro package or whatever it's called. But let's move on to the defense. I went 75 perimeter here just to like give me some type of clamps, right? That's bronze clamps in this builder. And I was tired of, you know, the 23 life of just rim runners, so I went 87 on the block. And with the 80 vertical, I can go chase down. So that's kind of, you know, LeBron-esque, right? That ain't bad. But I'm an 89 overall, so I don't have much to work with here. So I put my interior up to 72. That gave me the silver anchor. So I feel like in terms of like if I was playing twos, for example, I could protect the paint at least decent. I'm 6'8 max wingspan. I got some defense. But here's where like the build starts to kind of like, it ain't the same as 23, right? Like I'm going 60 steel, bro. Like I got bronze interceptor. I got max wingspan, so I could probably get some steals here or there. And then I'm a 91 overall, so like I'm gonna put my 3-ball up and it's basically clipped. Now I just want to compare this to like the build I was running at the end of 23, and I've seen people comparing attributes from 23 to 24, and you can't do that. You can't say like, oh, I made the same build on 23, you know, as the, you know, the screenshot they posted of like that 90 overall. People made it in the 23 builder and said, oh, I'm a 90 overall too, it's the same. But the problem with that is all the animation requirements are higher and all the badge requirements are higher. So like just because you got the same attributes, like right, this build last year, these attributes, I get Michael Jordan dribble style. Like I'm good. I only have 85 ball handle, so whatever that would have been like gold quick first step, but like I'm good. I got the best dribble style in the game, but not this year. Like 75, you're looking at like those medium tier dribble styles. So like we got to find one of those dribble styles that gives you good speed boost for this build to even have a chance. And I don't know if there is one, you know, until we get our hands on the actual game. Also, I want to mention, I mentioned this in my builder breakdown, like I have a max wingspan. Last year on a 6'8 build with max wingspan, I would have had an 84 3-ball. Now I only have 78. So like my build last year that I ended up with, my LeBron build that I played prom with that you guys watched, I was 6'8 with a 7'5 wingspan, and I had an 85 3-ball. That gave me silver limitless range. But as y'all know, limitless range just to get bronze this year is 85. And to get an 85 3-ball on this 6'8 build, I would have to lower my wingspan to 6'11. So like I'm losing, you know, damn near half a foot on my wingspan to get the same 3-ball rating I had last year. But I still get 1 tier less of limitless. Like I would have had silver last year, now I would have had bronze. So I was like, you know what? Like, let me just put my, let me just max my wingspan out and go 78 and just see what happens. Now, Wolf told me, one of the devs that he put in the 2K league, he knows what he's talking about. He said with a 78, you're not making nothing contested. He said if you're open, you could definitely hit if you're a good shooter. So it really just depends how the game plays out, because like, remember like 2K20, like we were shooting with like, I was literally shooting with a 50, or I made a video with a 47 3-ball and I was greening no problem. So it's like, it all depends how the game is, but we don't know until we play. So it's like, for all we know, 78, you ain't hitting a thing. This build, you know, I would have to completely alter it in terms of not only the physicals, but the attribute spread and get more shooting badges and all that. But for all we know, 78 is chicken, right? For all we know, 60 is chicken. We got to get our hands on the game to really decide. But I wanted to use like these videos to show you, if you wanted to make this style of a build, this is kind of what you're looking at, right? Like the max ball handle is 85, so that's going to limit like what animations you're able to get, what badges you're able to get. And how do I feel about this build? The big question, oh yeah, I get the stamina up, don't worry about that, 96. But really the big question when it comes to these ISO builds, these big ISO builds, is this going to actually matter? Like how many, you know, last year we fell for it, and the only badge was Bully. But the problem with Bully, like I said, was you had to go up with a layup for it to activate. Now with Bulldozer, physical handles, there's another badge called Big Driver for 6'10 and above builds. Like those badges trigger just by me dribbling. Like I try to drive against you, those badges trigger. If you didn't see the gameplay breakdown, you can watch it. I explained it in there and show you examples. But like, who knows? Like, I know some people are, it's like two sides of the fence. Some people are like, I ain't falling for it. Strength has never mattered on a ball here and I ain't falling for it again. And then there's other people like, well, there wasn't Bulldozer and physical handles that triggers just by me dribbling the ball. Like I don't have to go up with a shot. I don't have to do a Euro step. I don't have to do anything. They just trigger by me dribbling the ball, and I'll throw you off with my forearm. Like both sides have valid arguments, and we won't know the answer until the game starts. So it's really a decision. You gonna put strength or you're not gonna put strength. You know, my thought is like the smaller guards, speed booster, blow by, they're gonna have those on like gold and Hall of Fame, as opposed to the big builds like this, you're gonna have it on silver. So it's like they have a huge advantage in the speed category. If we don't take advantage of the strength advantage, why are we really making a big ISO build? You might as well go with a smaller build to be faster. That's kind of my train of thought. But then I was like, you know what? Strength has never mattered on a ball handler. So like, am I gonna fall for it? I mean, I would hate to be wrong either way. And that's probably why I ain't making my ISO build until I watch other people play the game. And I recommend you do the same so you don't waste your money. But you guys could do what you want. I'm probably gonna start, I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably gonna start with a post scorer. I think I'm gonna go back to my roots for like the first week and just be Wilt Chamberlain out there. You know what I mean? Just scoring 100 points, you know, post phase and all that. But this is a decent little layout here. Obviously, like I said, if you want gold speed booster, you can drop that down to 6'6", but I'm to show y'all the big ISO build. So let's check out the non-strength version of a big ISO build and take a look, all right? So the big change right here, we can kind of click back and forth, right? I lower the finishing a little bit because I'm like, if these strength badges really do help me get to the basket, then I want to be able to, you know, have a little bit of close shot for the fast twitch, have a little bit better layup. But if I'm only going to be getting like speed rim runs where like you're taking wider angles to not get bumped and it's a clean drive, I don't need as good a finishing. I don't need as high of like slithery and posterizer and all that. So on this version of the build, you see we dropped the strength down to 48. Is that the right decision? We won't know till we play. But you get 91 perimeter and 91 steal. So this 91 steal is gold glove. And you still have the block for chase down and anchor and all that. Same playmaking, the same three ball, and I lowered the finishing. You know, I lowered the layup down, I kept the standing dunk, and I lowered the driving dunk down a bit. So it's a little bit less in terms of power and finishing, but way more in defense. Now, even with minimum weight, 185, as you can see, in terms of the playmaking badges, you still only get silver speed booster. You can put your speed with ball, at least in this version of the builder, minimum weight 6'8", you could go up to 79 speed with ball, but at the time of community day, the chart they gave us, you didn't unlock anything new at 79 in terms of animations or badges that we saw. So I was like, well, why am I going to waste those attributes? You know what I mean? So whether you like the strength version or the non-strength version, like I said, take it with a grain of salt because the builder has changed since we used it. But like I said, I want to put these videos out so that you guys can see kind of, if you're thinking about a big ISO build, use this as kind of like what's in your head about what you want to do and see how the attributes work together and all that, because it is pretty damn complicated. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was in this builder for a while, and when the game drops, I'm gonna be in it for even longer because I'm gonna try to figure some stuff out and kind of see what other people are doing in terms of gameplay and see, like, is silver speed booster enough? If it is, well, then it's like, all right, well, how do those power badges work? Is physical handles really like really good? Then I'm gonna put it on Hall of Fame on my player and all that. And I also want to say, whether I go strength or no strength on my LeBron build this year, obviously I'll drop the video when I actually make the build. But always use, even my final builds, use it as a template to make how you want. Because like sometimes what I'll do with my first LeBron build, like I did in 2K20, and people were like laughing, and then by the end of the year, they're like, damn, that build was super good. And it was, and I tweaked it as the year went on, obviously. But what I did was I went basically no defense. I just gave myself perimeter, and then I made like my playmaking, my shooting, my finishing really good, and my physical is really good. But again, it's like I can get teammates that literally will make builds to fit around my bit. You know, I'm playing rec. All I need to do is guard up top. I have a little perimeter, maybe a little bit of steal. I'm good. I got a lockdown and three guys behind me to play corner and interior defense, and you can basically hide the weaknesses of my build. So it really depends who you're going to be playing with and how you want to play the game. So I'm just trying to be as transparent as possible with you guys with these build videos, right? Like I said, obviously, since the badge and the animation requirements changed since a week ago when I made this in the limited time I had in the builder, just use it as informational. Take what you see here, strength versus no strength, what you can get, what you cannot get, put it in your back of your head, and when you go to make your big ISO build, use that information to try to make the best build possible. The best build possible for you. But that's basically it when it comes to big ISO builds. Like I said, I got a bunch more. I got the Steph build, which is gonna be like them little 3 hunting guard builds. I got the Giannis build, which is like an inside big man build. I got post scorer lockdown, Kevin Durant, tall stretch big build. I got everything for you guys. And each of the videos is gonna be this format where I break it down in terms of not the specific build, but the category of build and how things differ and how things change and what's different from last year. So I hope it helped y'all out. I know it's a little bit different format, but I kind of had to do it this way because of what they gave us in terms of it being an unfinished builder and the limited time that I had, man. But hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. Make sure y'all drop a like. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.